So, Marvel is in crisis. What can be done about that? Now, over the years, I've had ideas, and everybody gets ideas of what to do, what can be done, how things can be better with things they care about. Now, I've wanted to make a video like this for many years now, 7, 8 years even, on Marvel stuff particularly, but it has never felt right. Even now, it doesn't feel right, but things are so horrible now, and as you can see where I'm making the video, it's not even a good setting. I've never made any video like this, but it's disturbing me too much, so that's why I'm doing this, and I'm saying something. Probably won't be cohesive and straight through video because, well, it's unplanned, but I just have to get this out. Alright, so what can be done? Right now, there are rumors that they want to get the old Avengers back, RDJ and co. Don't do that. Don't do that. First of all, they'll cost you so much, and secondly, you don't need them anyway. You don't. Now, the problem, Marvel, a lot of people back about Marvel problem, but me, I want to talk about solutions, right? Solutions, what can be done or what they should be doing. Now, I think what they've missed here, the big picture they've missed is that the Marvel Cinematic Universe is not a list of films or a group of films. It's best described as a TV series, because that's essentially what it is, a TV series. And the Infinity Saga is like a season 1 of a TV series. There are even like 23 films in it or something like that. So you can say it's season 1 of a series. Season 1 Infinity Saga, season 2 multiverse saga. Fine, that works. But where did they go wrong? Like any series, things should flow. Things should have consequences. One season, big climax, kicks off the second season, and stuff like that. So if you think about it like that, things could have been better if they approached it in that way. But it seems like phase 1, Infinity Saga finished, then they have to continue the story. So they went with just throwing a bunch of characters they can think of, probably because they want to do Disney Plus too, and they just, I don't know their reason behind it, but basically it feels like from outside, it feels like they just threw in a bunch of characters, not bothering about plot, not bothering about character pathways, what could happen. They just threw in a lot of things from every angle, and now it's a mess. Now it's a huge mess, and now they want to go back to original. Don't do that. Here's the solution for Marvel right now. What you can stop, just stop. Right now, what you can stop. You've so far phase 4, you've thrown in a lot of things already. Right? You can build with what is already established now. Granted, a lot of it is crap, a lot of it done like Eternals and the select. I wish we could delete that movie, but we can't delete it. It's canon now. It's part of the MCU. Honestly, if we can even make the Celestials the big bad of season 2 multiverse saga, I would prefer it. Since Kang is obviously looking like going to be a problem. The point is that. Point I'm trying to make is this: Celestials might be a bad idea. The point I'm trying to make is that they've already thrown in a lot of things at the audience already. So work with what you've got. They don't need to introduce any new variant. Fantastic Four, everybody, Fantastic Four. Honestly, Fantastic Four, as the state of the MCU is now, from the outside, I don't see the path. I don't see the road, how they come in, and how it makes sense, and how they hold things together. I don't see it. Blade too, same problem. I don't see it. As things are now, they want to do these things, but where do you put it? How do you make it make sense? Blade is a vampire, really. The MCU phase 1, Infinity Saga, even as crazy as it got to the end, it was grounded in realism. Like, you could believe that this was Earth in some form, like from the first Iron Man and everything that they built on to the end. You could believe that it was plausible. But now, you want to do Blade. How? You want to do these things. How? Fantastic Four. Anyway, like I said, I'm a solutions guy, right? This video is about solutions. So what I said earlier, how you do seasons, how you do seasonal stuff. Season 1, Infinity Saga ends. Season 2, you want to do multiverse saga, that's fine. So how do you reflect on season 1, make it linked to season 2? Here's my solution. Solution time. All right, check it. What are the big things that went down at the season finale of season 1, Infinity Saga? Thanos destroyed the Infinity Stones. A lot of things happened, but this is my thread to connect season 1 and 2 and make it cohesive and make things make sense. All right, so Thanos destroyed the Infinity Stones, right? Now, as much as they told us about the Infinity Stones, we don't actually know what they are. Nobody does. All right, so check this out now. Solution time. Thanos destroyed the stones, right? The Avengers went back in the past, got them, but returned them. So technically, in the current MCU universe, the stones are no more. So we make that a bigger deal, right? We go with, bear with me, the Infinity Stones are, well, they are infinite. They are part of the universe, so to say. Now, with them destroyed, let there be consequences to that. And I say, and look at it from this angle, right? The infinity, think about our universe, right? The MCU, whatever. A universe as a computer, and Infinity Stones are like firewalls protecting the universe. Because from what they hint about Infinity Stones, they are concentrated ingots, blah blah blah, whatever. Basically, they are a big deal. So, if a universe is missing them, for example, in What If, you find that you can't use another Infinity Stone in another universe that it didn't originate from. So that means this logic can hold that with the Infinity Stones gone from our MCU reality. Like I said, imagine the Infinity Stones are like firewalls that protect the universe. Basically, it means that the current MCU universe, what makes 2 + 2 4? What keeps math and reality the same is the Infinity Stones. We can go with that, right? Now, being that now they are destroyed, the universe falls out of balance in the sense that we no longer have our firewalls that make reality stable, that make 2 + 2 4. Like, for example, it has always never been constant. For example, 2 + 2 has always been 4 everywhere in the world, apart from special places like Bermuda Triangle, and if you want to use the MCU, in Wendigo, Wanda's Mountain, and some special places like that, there are things that don't add up, right? But basically, the rest of the world, 2 + 2 was 4 everywhere you went. Now, we can say, this is my solution now, with Infinity Stones gone, our universe is now out of balance, right? And therefore, exposed to all sorts of unnatural things that we have never experienced in this universe before. And here's the cap. Okay, I said the Infinity Stones destroyed, and the solution is that the Infinity Stones will reform. They will reform, scattered across the universe again, because every universe needs them. So Thanos destroyed them, but at the end of the multiverse saga, the Infinity Stones would have reformed, scattered across the universe. And whatever state the universe is in at that point, that will be the new normal. You see this? Now, with this already established, if we can establish something like this, then we can bring in all the wackiness and craziness. This is the reason why the multiverse saga is happening. This is the reason why a vampire virus mutates and we get Blade, or I don't know, however they want to introduce Blade. This is the reason why we get so much of the wackiness of comic books. We can bring this into the MCU. We can't do multiverse forever, right? Multiverse saga is going to close. Then imagine multiverse saga closes, then we do a mutant saga. For me right now, post the X-Men. Okay, we want to do X-Men right now and then some Deadpool. But personally, for me, we can do Deadpool and whatever X-Men thing we want to do. But I would prefer if they get their own saga. We have Infinity Saga. We get a multiverse saga. Season 3 of the MCU can be a mutant saga. How's that for shaping a story, for building a story? So, like I said, whatever you want to do with the X-Men now, which they are going to do, just do something, but don't bring them in yet. Make that its own saga, a mutant saga. It's cool. Season 4 can be another thing, but that's way too far. Anyway, so as I'm saying, so the multiverse saga is going to close when the Infinity Stones reform. And that's how we get to introduce a lot of crazy, wacky things into the universe, because the Infinity Stones are gone. So now we can have vampire virus making blade, and we can have celestials and some crazy BS, because why? We have this time. And now, and that's why we can have Moon Knight and the Mummy and all that. With this reason, we get to establish the wackiness that can come in. You see, now they are just doing all this. The reason why it's not working is because the logic needs to hold. We need to feel like it's not just happening left and right. There has to be some continuity and logic. And I believe this is a good solution. If they can do this, it's a good solution. And how do we establish this? I imagine, like in the UN, Doctor Strange, there's a UN meeting, the World Cup, whatever, cameras, everything. And maybe Doctor Strange didn't call the meeting or whatever, but there's a UN, and then he just, in the middle of the meeting, he just pops up with his portal, comes in, and he's wearing a suit, not his normal Doctor Strange. And he's wearing a suit, not his normal Doctor Strange attire. He wears a suit,